We are Thursday, the 11th of June. Our last full day on Corsica, which means we're heading down to the port of Ajaccio or Ajaccio down on the southwest coast. Given that Corsica is mainly mountains, the drive down is proving to be an interesting one. The towns and villages are generally, like this one, clinging to mountainsides. This is Venaco, Venacu. Our ferry does not leave Ajaccio until 8:30 tomorrow morning, so we've got time to kill. So we're in no rush to get down there. We did intend to go and grab a cup of coffee and a pastry at one of the cafes. The only cafes we can find are on this somewhat busy road, so we decided against it. We just bought some pastries. This is a railway bridge on the line that I mentioned the other day that runs from Bastia down to Ajaccio. And there is a corresponding road bridge over the same gorge. That's a pretty cool looking bridge. The one down below, I guess the predecessor to this one. We'll go and have a closer look. From the new bridge at the top, the water wasn't very visible. I can imagine that being quite impressive when the river's high. I can't see any trail down there, which is a shame, because that looks so inviting. This would be such a cool spot for a wild camp. Unfortunately, wild camping is illegal on Corsica. And on the drive down here, there were multiple signs making it very clear that this was not to be used for overnight camping in any form. This is looking back the way we came. So north. And over behind me, we have this great big mountain. Our road is on the left of me and continues up from here. We only stopped here for the views down the valley. We weren't expecting to see this little thing. We have arrived in Ajaccio, and after parking the van, we've walked up to the old port, which you can see in front of me now. Unfortunately, it is somewhat dominated by this monstrosity, this Virgin Cruises cruise liner. We shouldn't be at all surprised that there is a Citadel. This one even has a nice beach in front of it. The beach stretches the other way, a little bit at least, and we can see that Ajaccio has the same problem with cars, as many of these Mediterranean cities do. It doesn't look particularly impressive from the outside, but we'll go and have a look anyway. I would say disappointing, but my expectations were very low, so I don't think I'm actually disappointed. It would appear that most of the Citadel is occupied by the military. As well as its little beaches, the town has this rather long central street full of cafes and shops. So we'll probably head back a bit later on for some dinner. Karen has spotted some street art, so she's off to take some photos. Tonight, our home is the car park. the overnight parking car park at the port. We need to be queuing up the ferry by around about 6:30. Another day, another ferry. After our night in the not so salubrious settings of the port car park, we have joined the queue to get on our boat, which crept in whilst we were having a coffee back across the road behind me. It almost looks pretty with the sun rising over the lifeboats. It's due to leave at 8:30 and arrive in Toulon at 6 o'clock this evening. So good old cruise. What's that, 9.5 hours I think? It is a beautiful start today, but then they've all been beautiful starts for us. We've been on Corsica. We've been here for 9 days I think. Cracking little break. UK plate vehicles remain a rarity. We've only seen one other whilst we've been on Corsica, and in fact that was on the ferry coming onto Corsica. We are a long way from the UK. Something that has surprised me with the French is the amount of smokers. Young people as well. We don't see it really in the UK nowadays, but pretty much everyone in France seems to be chuffing on a fag. That is probably a little bit extreme, but I think as a percentage of the population it's 24%, whereas the UK is 12%. So twice as many. Yet they are the longest lived nation in Europe. They're doing something right. We're off. It's not a racing start, but we're off.